Nearly all development challenges today transcend borders: climate, pandemic issues, transboundary water resources, power pools in Africa. So fundamentally, regional integration offers pathways for two things: increased economic growth and reduction of conflicts and risks associated with that. Our evidence and literature reviews suggest that World Bank Group fosters integration in three ways. One is to setting up the enabling environment for regional integration. So we call that the role of World Bank Group as an enabler. Second is using its toolbox of instruments, financing instruments, and advisory initiatives. It provides a financier role. And last is convening. World Bank Group has an important role as a convener of different stakeholders. We have very positive results in terms of outcomes achieved in the sub-Saharan Africa region. And we asked ourselves why, right? So the rationale there is that the Africa region benefited from two strong corporate level strategies designed by the Africa regional team. One was in 2008, and this was followed by another one in 2018. And this regional integration assistance strategy in Africa offered directions for both internally, the World Bank Group task managers and the global practices, but also offered an outline of what the clients can expect. So that provided certain impetus and momentum for progress in that sub-region. We haven't seen that in the other sub-regions, but there is still some progress in the connectivity sectors. So we're talking about telecoms, roads, and transport, so that's doing okay. But where we see there's still unfinished business is in terms of institutional capacity and, more importantly, regional public goods. Our analysis shows that when countries come together in promoting regional public goods, that's where the outcomes are much stronger, and it provides a long-term vision of where that sub-region wants to go. So if the World Bank Group continues to scale up the opportunities for regional integration, we have a few recommendations in that aspect. The first is, similar to how the World Bank Group has facilitated regional integration in sub-Saharan Africa, we are calling for an improved approach to regional integration at the sub-regional level. So this requires commitment at the high level to design sub-regional strategies. A related point to that is the accountability framework needs to match the needs and demands of the sub-regions. Given that the World Bank is a single country financing model, how do we match and align the needs of the sub-region? So we have recommendations on that. Lastly, I want to talk about the IDA regional window. It's an important co-financing mechanism to support our IDA clients. Here is where we need to capture the wider economic benefits, and spillover effects is an important criteria for the financing. And what the report shows is that we really don't know enough about how much of those spillover effects have been captured in our systems. So the report makes the case for better frameworks to be designed upfront, not only to meet the criteria of financing, but also to show what the real outcomes are. Regional integration is, as you can imagine, a very broad theme, but one important aspect of that is trade integration. And trade integration requires certain initiatives that the World Bank Group has been supporting for many years. This comes under the purview of the Trade Facilitation Department. So the two concepts are interlinked from the point of view of how regional integration can promote increased trade at an intra-regional level. But for that, it also requires support from the trade facilitation angle. This leads to better customs union, a better monitoring of protocols at the border. So you have at the border initiatives, across border initiatives. So there's a very strong linkage between regional integration and trade facilitation.